Hey guys, hope everyone's great. I thought I'll drop a quick video to go over some crypto setups as we clearly breaking out over here. So I'll try to be sweet and short. This video and future videos are and will be sponsored by Bitunix. Running exclusive campaigns with them pretty much every month. So as you can see, you have up to $400 USDT bonus based on your trading activity, up to 8,000 on price pool between the most active 10 traders, and there'll be a bunch of other bonuses going on. We have still 6 days into the end of this campaign, and we are nearing $2,400 price pool. And at this rate we should hit 4,000, so obviously between 10 traders that's pretty decent amount of bonuses across the board, and I'll try to run different ones every month. Now going into crypto, I'm long here Sol, but I'll explain. I'll go quickly through Bitcoin first. So there are 3 setups I covered on Discord this morning. And it's pretty straightforward. So you have this 30-day rolling VWAP here at about 68.4. We just reclaimed it, and it looks like I'm about to squeeze pretty hard. So it's extremely straightforward. As long as we hold above it, bullish conditions. Here we're probably going to chop around, but I believe if Bitcoin holds above 70k, we should see alts starting to rally and have some proper squeezes across the board. Now the first setup and main for now is, let me just clear that up, so I'll just go over them one by one. Is a push into this resistance over here. So 72 is that the previous high we ran a few weeks ago. And I believe this will be a pivotal moment. So right now we either going to go here, chop a bit, build the support, and now it's going to be a decision time. So we either reject, possibly we can squeeze up to 75k, so something like that, big squeeze, a lot of people FOMO there, and we start rolling back on. And if we start accepting back below 70k and then 68.4, we're most likely going to roll over. So that's the first idea. Now if we do manage to hold above 72k and start building some sort of support here, I think we can squeeze very fast into 78, 80k, and that will get a lot of people bullish because there's a lot of inefficiency here. All of this area, same one, looks identical on alts. There's a lot of squeezed, a lot of potential for squeeze shorts over here. So I'm not ruling it out as a possibility. I think we were chopping for so long that it's very likely that once we reclaim 72k, we might see very fast squeeze into 76, 78, 80k. But taking it day by day. So first setup is this. This is the second one. So eyes here on the price action between the 72 and 75k. If it's a rejection consolidation for higher, or rejection acceptance below, and we're rolling back down. And if we follow the first one, or we not even squeeze and reject somewhere here from 71k, then once we accept below that 68.4 area here, I'll expect sweep of at least 65k, and if this drops, we're going into fresh lows. Ideally, I think the most entertaining setup, so to speak, would be number 2. So if I were to choose the most entertaining scenario, I would say that we get a very nice squeeze, get everyone FOMO here, and people start piling into shorts. We see something like that, doesn't break back down, accept back above, and we squeeze into that. I would really like that rolling EMA 99 around, that should be around 77, 78k. So if that happens, I think that'll be a great area to short a lot of FOMO into potentially new lows. So something like that would be crazy scenario. I won't get caught, catch a lot of people off guard, but we'll take it day by day. So we'll see how it goes. It's either this or we rejecting somewhere in this area. We'll look for the price action, and it starts rolling over below that 68.4, then we just temporary squeeze and we're looking for lower targets. So that's how I see it right now on Bitcoin. On Ethereum, I mean, all of these altcoins have pretty nice like how to show it, like a rounded bottom, which makes me think that there's a possibility to squeeze higher up. Like, look at this. What if we just continue to do this squeeze, and this will be somewhere main target for Ethereum, rejection, rollover, new lows, and that will catch a lot of people FOMOing here and a lot of panning over here. That could create the actual bottom. Same goes, for example, for Solana. Like a beautiful rounded setup over here, consolidation. Like, what if we see something like that here, potentially even like we get the squeeze higher, get everyone FOMO, and then roll it back down. So that's something to be aware of. Like, if you remember what happened in 2022, 2023, bear market rallies are more brutal than bull market rallies. Like, you can erase, weeks and weeks of the negative price action with few green candles, everyone FOMOs, and then you see real flush and rejection and multi-billion liquidations. So that's something to be aware of. Hype has a way better structure than most of the alts and bottomed here in January. I think here with the hype, if we reclaim about 32.5, it can squeeze very hard into potentially this area here, into 43, even 50. This is a big resistance over here, but there was a pretty much, like, if we look at that price action, we accepted below EMA 99, huge sell-off, retest, fail, acceptance above EMA 99 is this orange one, and then we basically roll over since then in a multi-month downtrend. Now we starting accepting above EMA 99. Now we also accepting above 90-day rolling VWAP. Sorry, that's 365 even. It's even better. Inputs. Yeah, that's 365. That's even better. So I think here on hype, if we accept above it here and hold, we're going to squeeze bears very hard up, I think at least into 40s. So that's something to be aware of. That will be pretty nice setup. So basically, right about here, you long with about 7% stop loss for pretty huge move. So eyes on that. Acceptance, any high time frame closes above 32.5, and I think we're going at least 38 and then possibly 44 or 50 in this area here, and it can go fast, so something to be aware of. Yeah, that's pretty much all. I'm not going to go through all of the altcoins. That's the three main setups I'm looking at. I think equities can chop a little bit here. Everyone's going to worry about them too much. Can do this, sell off, chop, and eventually I'm expecting them to roll over, purely because those EMAs are just pointing down over here. So it's very rarely when we have that directional move on high time frame EMAs and then you don't see the further downside. So I think we're building some sort of trap. Maybe if we look on the Wyckoff schematic, if you look at this, equity is building something like that. Like look here. So we have BC and UT. Like look at this, BC, UT. And now what if we are going to get UTAT, test, everyone FOMO, and then we get a sell-off. So just imagine this price action. Something like that, and then that will be a UTAT. Again, that is just speculations on 4-hour chart, but it looks awfully similar if you look at that, right? So I think we are possibly somewhere over here, and we might get one more squeeze on, I don't know, ceasefire news or something else. Crypto will follow, and then from there there will be massive swing short, at least into 23Ks, very similar on SPX too. So that's something to keep an eye on. But other than that, that's all from me. Have a great day, and I will speak to you soon.